and good morning to Tijuana City. My name is Joel. Me and my team hope that you're having a wonderful day. We are Sedgy News, and today we bring you some news that will make your day a whole lot better. First of all, how about we start with some recent news? Let's go with you, Emilio.
Thanks, Joel. My name is Emilio Aragon, and I will be talking about the reopening of Mexico's border with the United States. Everyone has heard about the closed border, and also surely they have asked themselves many times the question of when they are going to open it, also about the false document that come out that are going to open it soon. Because let me tell you that they already opened it. From November 8, 2021, the United States, you will be able to cross with your vaccination certificate and have a vaccine that is approved by the United States government, either Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and Johnson & Johnson. With the reopening of the border, there are making quite long lines, like 2 or 3 hours, especially or on weekends, since everyone is eager to cross because before the pandemic, it was very common to cross to eat or go shopping. Another reason why they opened the border is that some stores had many buyers who came from Mexico, and with the pandemic, their sales were affected since they could not cross. Also, Black Friday is coming, and also many Mexicans cross to all these specials to buy Christmas gifts or some things they need late. Let's hope that with this reopening of the border, the case of COVID infection will not rise again, and that people will continue to wear their mask and maintain their health distance. And that's all it's for my part. I hope you have been interested in this news, and welcome back to the United States.
Wow, that was a great story. I really miss going to the United States. Now, let's move on to an American story. We need to know what's happening over there, right? Let's go with you, Sarita.
Thank you, Joel. My name is Sarita Joe, and I'll be talking about the metaverse. Well, as you all have experienced a few weeks ago in October, Facebook changed its name to Meta. CEO Mark Zuckerberg posted on Facebook, or you could say Meta, that, and I quote, our next chapter is to transition from being a social media company to a metaverse company. Many people say that this is a new concept, but you see, metaverse is not a new thing. It had been thought of in the 1990s. Actually, this concept was first introduced in the novel Snow Crash, written by Neil Stephenson in 1992. Then, computer engineers, technicians, small companies, they all started to hype about this concept. Many people were trying to make new advances on virtual reality games or apps, until in 2018, what was thought to be the first virtual reality game was launched. It was called Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game. So, what is this metaverse that everyone is getting so excited about? Well, it is a collective virtual shared space. It is created by the convergence or union between the virtual space and the physically persistent space, a vector of places that already exist in the physical world. The metaverse concept had slowly faded when virtual reality became the new trend. Also, because people were failing to make any advances on metaverse as a form of technology. It was then brought up this year when Mark Zuckerberg posted on Facebook about the transition to metaverse, as I had said before. He said that changing Facebook's name to Meta ensured their objective, which is to advance on making metaverse possible. Along with other big companies such as Microsoft and Apple, Zuckerberg was thinking about this transition. If this happens, it would be a whole new phase for technology. And as Zuckerberg puts it, the metaverse would join both virtual and reality spaces. Technology is advancing really fast, and I feel like I'm turning into a robot.
That's awesome. I would definitely try the metaverse. And you're right, Sarita. Let's go with you, Juan.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your day, but it's my turn to talk. And I'm here with bad notice. My name is Ana Castro, and today we're going to talk about Eduardo Arellano Felix, called the Doctor. First, who is this man? With his family, they are a group of drug dealers called El Cartel de Tijuana, And throughout the 80s, the group was dedicated to shipping large quantities of cocaine into the United States. The Arellano Felix are part of the history of drug trafficking in Mexico. Most of the 7 siblings of that family were in charge of what was once one of the most powerful criminal organizations in that country. That's that's insane. I was playing with dolls when they were selling drugs. Honestly, I hadn't believed if someone told me this at age 7. Then, after El Chapo was released from prison, the Tijuana cartel and the Chapo group began a battle. In February 2002, the men of Ismael Zambada Garcia, alias El Mayo, another of the Chapo group, or Sinaloa cartel, the same thing, assassinated Ramon Arellano Felix. And a month later, the authorities arrested Benjamin, another of the Arellano Felix brothers, who was convicted in the United States. So Eduardo Arellano Felix took control of the group with his sister Anadina. They had worked hard if they were the chefs. I think being a drug dealer could be so difficult. Well, it had passed 6 years when he was arrested in Tijuana, Baja California on October 25, 2008, and he was sentenced to 15 years in prison. And it's not until this year that he is released from prison without having completed the 15-year sentence. He was getting lucky until he noticed that he's going to be in the custody of the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Service. Part of the agreement with the government in accepting his guilt included that he be convicted of only 2 of the 7 charges he was charged with when he was extradited from Mexico in August 2012. So be careful in Tijuana. You can ever expect the worst. Thank you.
Oh, wow. I already knew that Tijuana was dangerous, but that's just something else.
Oh my god, that was interesting. I wasn't thinking of being more careful. Now I will talk about the first city ruled Muslim majority in the United States. Did you know it exists? With 4 of the 6 councils being Muslims, it was originally founded by German farmers, but Polish immigrants invaded the area when the Dutch plant was inaugurated in 1914. This city is called Hamtramck. It is located in Wayne, Michigan. In a census made in 2020, this small city had been habitated with only 28,433 people. In 1897, the Pope Juan Pablo II, born in Polonia, visited this city in his tour. In 1970, this city had a 90% Polish population. In a BBC report, it mentioned that still in the 20th century, this small city was known as Small Varsovia. Regrettably, Hamtramck had been one of the most humble cities of Michigan due to the affordability, and it attracts many migrants. With 68% of the votes, the first Yemeni American mayor in the United States had been elected. His name is Amir Ghalib. Some interesting information about Hamtramck are: there is a backyard with assembled art that had been known as Hamtramck Disneyland. From Tijuana to Hamtramck in a direct flight, you will have been sitting on the plane for 10 hours and 5 minutes at least. It has an official soccer team called Detroit Besa. They were measuring Hamtramck and the result was 5.439 square kilometers. Hamtramck does not need a police department. All the cops were replaced with unarmed resident responders. Last but not least, Hamtramck is mostly surrounded by Detroit. The only exception is a small piece of the west that touches the border with Highland Park. I was thinking of visiting Hamtramck.
Amtrak doesn't look like a bad place at all to visit, honestly. I think that's enough news for today. Thank you very much for sticking around with us at City News. I hope you enjoyed it, and me and my team hope you have an amazing day. Goodbye.